Hello everyone, so let's start with modules today. Modules play a very important role in making our code clean and neat. Okay, it also increases the reusability of the code and making it very easy for us to write the code. It reduces the time, the runtime experience also, and it reduces the efforts to write the code time and again. Okay, it is an addition to the reusability of function. Okay, function was reusable, but modules are even more reusable in nature. It provides better reusability. Okay, like this is the bigger picture. Okay, so to understand this, let's see this code. Okay, I've written this code. I have written 4 functions. I'm going to quickly download it as .py because a module should have the extension .py. Okay, the file that we are working on has the extension ipynb. Okay, so module should have that extension. I'm going to quickly take this one and I'm going to put it in the folder in which I'm already working. Okay, I'm going to rename this because we already have .ipynb file with the same name, so I'm going to give it let's make it camel case. Do you know what is camel case? Where all the words are in single are a single word, but the differentiator is after whenever the new word is started, it is started with capital letter. This is camel case. Like users, U is capital, defines D is capital, and modules M is capital. Okay. Now I'm going to go to this. To use in module, we have to use the keyword import. Now what we do is we use the name. Okay, now this one we see that we have 4 functions. Let's just use any one function. So what we do is we have to take this name, the name of the module, then the name of the function. Okay, I'm taking add, but they're separated by add. Then we pass the parameters. Okay, let me pass 4 and 6. We should get 10. See, we got 10. That's how we use the function. That's how we use modules. Okay, now suppose this name it's very big. No, I have to write it all the time. So what we can do is we can give it a nickname. Nickname is this layman term, but in the programming language we call it alias name. Okay, so alias name is nickname. We're referring to the same person, but they have 2 different names. So let's give it the nickname UDM. Okay, now what I can do is I can call this user defined module as UDM and I can perform the operation whatever I want. Let's just say I want to perform this operation. See, I'm perfectly able to do this. Now see, when I call this module, I call all these 4. Suppose I don't need all these 4. The only work I am supposed to do is add. Okay, so what I can do is I can call that specific function only. Okay, how do we do that? We have to write from the module name, then we say import add. Suppose I also need multiplication, so I can write 2. Okay, now in here we could have used all the 4, but now we can only use these 2. Okay, so let me just copy this dot add 5,6, getting the right answer. Now suppose we also had like subtract. No, let's see if it works. I'll tell you why it worked, because I have already imported this one, right? If I would have not done this, okay, let me just restart and clear outputs. Okay, so we do not have any output. We would not have any output. Okay, now I'm going to run this, then I'm going to run this. It is going to run. Why is it saying that? Let's see if it works this way. It is working. Then why it did not work that way? Because that is the way you can do things. We write the name of the module from module name, then import, then the function name. Did we use the right function name? Yes, we did use the right function name. Okay, let me just clear the outputs again. Let's just restart. Okay, so now let's just try it. Oh, I know now what's the mistake that we're doing. Now that we have imported only the add function, we do not have to use user-defined module. We only have to use this function and it is going to run. We do not have to specify the module because we have imported the specific function that we want. Okay, and it was running because we had already imported this one. That in that part you were right, but here the only mistake that we made was we use the name of the module before the function, but we do not have to do that when we are importing the functions only. Okay, in the same way we can use the variable names also. It's similar to function except we do not use the parenthesis. That is the module thing. That's how we do it. This was user defined module. Okay, there are some predefined modules in Python. We're going to cover 2 modules today. At least we'll try to cover 2 modules. We'll see how long the video goes, but we're going to cover 2 modules, very in detail. That is random module and date and time module. That way we're going to understand the concept of module. There are many modules, which makes Python a very vast and easy language to learn. That's why people recommend that you should learn Python first, because it is very easy. It has such a vast library. So out of all that library, we're going to cover 2. The first one being the random module and the other being date and time. Okay, so we'll start with the random module. Okay, so let's start with the random module. So let's first import the random module and let's import it as RD. It's up to us. Okay, I'm calling it RD. So let's see, the first one is random function only. Okay, random modules, random function I'm going to use. So what it does is it gives you any random number from normal distribution. Okay, it gave me any random number. Okay, every time I run this, it is going to give me a different number, but it is between 0 and 1 only. See, that's the range of normal distribution, right? So this is going to give me every time I'm going to run it. I've run it 17 times and see, it has given me only the numbers between 0 to 1. Neither 0 nor 1 in between those. Okay, so this is the random function. Suppose that I want only integer. So this is randint, the random integer. That's the name. So this is the function that I use to get just integer. Sorry, this one also takes the start and stop. Okay, so let's just skip that. So it is going to give me the value between this number only. Okay, see, it's going to give me that much only. Okay, suppose I want more numbers, like not just 1, I want 5. Sorry, I want 5. Let's see what's the issue. Oh, that is something that we do with NumPy. So it's going to take only 2. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. Okay, to get multiple numbers we have to use the NumPy. That we haven't done yet. Sorry, I confused you with. So this is how it works. Okay, this is the role of random integer. Suppose I want a float number. Okay, so what do we use for that? To get a random float number between a specific range, what we do is use the uniform function. It takes similar parameters. We give this. See, it's going to give random float values between this range. But if I want something like random, what I do is I just use the rand one. That what it does is it gives me float value between 0 to 1. Oh, I'm sorry. That was for random only. There is no such thing. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm also learning, so bear with me. Very sorry. Okay. I hope you guys remember list, right? So let's just create a random list. Okay. I have given like 10 values in list. Now what I want is I want to get let's just use that first. I wanted to choose elements for me. Okay, so it is going to choose from list. So it chose 4. This time it's going to choose 6. It's 2. It's randomly choosing elements. Okay, this is the choice one. Okay, then there's one more thing that we can do. Okay, let me show you. Choices means choosing from the list. Okay, we have shuffle. But to see the shuffle part, what we have to do is we have to print it. Oh, it did not shuffle. What might be the reason behind it? Let's see. Still showing yes. Nope, still showing none. What might be the reason behind it? I'll just quickly check. So, the reason why we got none value is because we were printing the wrong thing. What we were supposed to print is the list. The values are going to be different this time. See, I'm going to print the list first before doing the shuffle, and after doing the shuffle I'm going to see the difference between both the list. That's the role of shuffle. It just mixes up the values. That's the role of shuffle. Okay, moving on. What else is left? This is all that we need to know about the random module. So with that, our random module comes to an end.